Good morning, everyone. It's Crypto Meow Analysis coming at you with an update video on Bitcoin. So, what is up, everyone? I hope everyone's having a great Saturday morning. Bitcoin is sitting at a make it or break it level as of right now. And the next level, and the next move could decide, whether we have a sharp continuation for the next higher high or the next leg down. So, let me show you what I'm watching for on today's chart and the key levels that matter to me. Yeah, welcome back to the channel. So if you trade Bitcoin or if you just want to know where the price is likely headed next, make sure you watch the video all the way through because I'm going to walk you through the current situation, the invalidation levels, and the upside and downside targets. So we are, I hate saying we are starting on the daily time frame. Bitcoin is technically in a broader uptrend, but we clearly lost momentum from the recent highs. Price pushed down aggressively, then bounced directly out of this major demand zone between 83.6 and 91.3. We are getting stuck at this area of support, which is now resistance, and a critical resistance being the next move up at 95,000. This is critical because it's acted as support multiple times in the past, and you're creating some sort of uptrend and some could say bear flag in this uptrend. So you have a lot of invalidation to do for any sort of continuation up, which will invalidate this bear flag. But as of right now, that's what I think it is. So right now, Bitcoin is consolidating inside of this rising channel. You can see we got higher lows forming, but the price is still capped below key resistance, 91.3 and 95,000. This tells us something very important. The market is compressing, and compression almost always leads to expansion, and that expansion is coming soon. Okay. Let's talk about the downside risk first. As long as Bitcoin holds this purple zone around 83.6 to $90,000, 91.3, the bullish structure is still intact. But if we lose this level with a strong daily close below 83.6, then the next landing pad for Bitcoin is going to be 70,000. So, and if you watch the videos, that is the next time I'm buying Bitcoin. I will be buying 0.002 BTC at $70,000. So this purple zone is our line in the sand. Okay. Now the upside targets that everyone needs to watch for is around 95,000 to 103,000. Keep in mind that this still hits our bear flag, and it's still bearish anyways. If you come up, it will be more of a retracement rather than a continuation. So above that, we're looking at previous high region, then ultimately next major resistance zones for all-time highs around 139 to 148. So on the flip side, if support fails, expect a fast move back down to 80s and possibly lowers because there's very little structure in between. So you have now the extreme cases, $70,000 and then 139, 148. It's a super cycle. So let's look at the RSI. The RSI is currently in neutral territory and churning up, which supports the idea that momentum is rebuilding, but it's not overextended yet. That means that Bitcoin still has room to move in either direction. This is why confirmation matters. Confirmation being $95,000. That would be confirmation to me for some sort of major move back up over $100,000. So as long as Bitcoin holds the support, I'm watching for a breakout to the upside. But if this level fails, I'm not fighting the trend. I'm respecting the downside. So 70,000 is where I will be dollar cost averaging down Bitcoin. Let me know in the comments which direction you think Bitcoin breaks first. If you think this, if you think that this video helped, hit that like and subscribe button for daily market updates. Before I go, just remember that we are also keeping an eye on the Gaussian channel, which I really, really do like. On the weekly time frame, this has never failed, in my opinion. So every single time, I mean, even here, right? But I don't want to go back that far. But for the last 3 cycles, every single time we've fallen into the Gaussian channel. You've consolidated for around 140 days, chopped around, and then you started printing red, which confirmed the bear market. And typically within this time frame, you did put in a bottom. Same here. So we broke into the channel. Once we broke in, we consolidated in this area, chopped around 175 days, and then we marked red. We put in a bottom. Even last cycle, we broke into the channel. We almost broke in the channel, and then we got a bounce from it. And then we broke in. Once we broke in, it was 175 days before we printed red, and that's where we put in the bottom. So me, as somebody that sees that, that's why I'm not like, oh, I'm not putting, you guys are like, oh, you're buying 0.002 BTC. It's like $140. Yeah, because I'm waiting, because when in the future, when we look at this chart and when we see this red, we'll know exactly where we are. So then obviously, I'm going to be like, hey, I'm buying, 0.01 BTC now, because I think that we're closing in on the bottom. So I want to get it for as cheap as possible. I don't want to, necessarily wait until, or sorry, I don't want to buy it right now, because obviously we're still in this, and we know now that you see what happened during the last 3 cycles. Now we know that we're where we are, and we're not even that far out. I mean, we still have some time, right? Once we broke into the channel, we're currently at 70 days. 140 days is March. 175 days is May. So we have between March and May to get a big capitulation, which is where, from May to wherever it's going to be, May to the end of the year, that's where I think Bitcoin's going to bottom out. So that's where I'm going to put most of my capital. Like, oh, I'm going to be buying Bitcoin. Like, I'm going to buy $1,000. I'm going to buy $5,000, and so on. Because historically speaking, also, we already know like Bitcoin will at least go back up to these levels, and it makes a higher high every single time. It makes an all-time high every single time. So me knowing that, I'm not even going to get greedy anymore. So this cycle, I'm done with altcoins. I have my meme coin, my one meme coin that I'm just holding to 0, or hopefully I make it. But this cycle, which I think we're in right now, it makes no sense for me not to just buy Bitcoin and then just take my small win, whether it's going to be $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000. I don't even care. At this point, I'm just going to buy Bitcoin and make some money back, because historically speaking, we know that it at least goes back to the all-time high and then breaks out. So even if I bought at 126, which I didn't, I know that at least if I hold it long enough, I'll get my money back and maybe make a little bit more. So now imagine if you dollar cost average down, and if you use this chart as a tool to buy at during the bear market and during the absolute lows that we've observed. So I hope that made sense. Again, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. I hope you understand the video. If you liked it, please like, please subscribe for daily, Bitcoin and market updates. I appreciate all of your support. Hopefully we all make it, and I'll catch you in the next video.